Has fear or your past or your current situation stopped you from obeying or being who God called you to be? Well, in the book of Judges, we see someone in that same exact position. The Bible tells us that God goes to Gideon and calls him mighty man of valor. Now, you would think God calling you mighty man of valor or mighty woman of valor would be enough to encourage you or to strengthen you or to give you the faith and the confidence to obey. But that wasn't the case. Now, Gideon responds to God and tells God, my family is the weakest in Manasseh. And not only is my family the weakest in Manasseh, I am the least in my father's house. Now, this is how Gideon saw himself. He didn't see himself as a mighty man of valor. He didn't see himself as a deliverer, as the Lord had called him. He saw his current situation did not match up to what God called him to be. And sometimes that's the case, is at the beginning, we do not match up to who God calls us to be. But the more we step out, the more we become who God calls us to be. The Bible tells us in Judges chapter 6, verse 27, so Gideon took men from among his servants and did as the Lord had said to him. But because he feared his father's household and the men of the city too much to do it by day, he did it by night. Gideon did not wait to see himself as a mighty man of valor. With the fear he was currently feeling, with the fear he currently had in him, Gideon went out and did what the Lord had commanded him to do. Sometimes waiting is the worst thing we can do as Christians. It's because it never gets to a point where we feel like we're who the Lord called us to be. It never gets to the point where you identify with what the Lord calls you. You have to step out in faith. So Gideon steps out in faith. In the middle of the night, when the city was asleep, Gideon did what the Lord commanded to do. You see, God didn't tell him to do it during the day or at night. God told him to do it, and Gideon did it. So whatever God has called you to do, just do it. The Bible says in Judges chapter 6, verse 14, and the Lord tells Gideon, have I not sent you? Today, the Lord is saying to you, have I not sent you? And it might not feel like you're qualified. It might not feel like you have the confidence or the faith to do it, but just put your trust in God and do it, because God goes with us. We continue reading the book of Judges, and the Lord hands the Midianites, the Lord delivers the Israelites from the Midianites. And it's Gideon who is used. The same Gideon who feared, the same Gideon who did it at night, was able to defeat the Midianites during the day, all because of faith in God. Be encouraged. Just do it.